once you understand how life works, how reality works, you will no longer struggle to manifest. You will perceive this as a joyful thing because you will understand one thing, and that is that your higher self, the God inside of you, your I am, call it whatever, resonates with you, but that your true self, that the higher version of yourself, so to speak, wants to manifest your goals. It's not something that you need to struggle for, that you need to suffer for, right? It wants to express those things through you, and you can joyfully and easily and effortlessly let those new states in if you approach it the right way and if you understand how reality works. So we're going to talk about this in this video, and I want to start this off with this quote by Neville Goddard, and then we're jumping straight to the video. So like Neville said, dare to believe in the reality of your assumption and watch the world play its part relative to its fulfillment, right? The world is, so to speak, under your command, right? The world is, so to speak, automatically reflecting back the changes that you first assumed to be true inside of you. But how does reality work? How can you understand it? How can you make your manifestation journey effortlessly? Let's talk about this right now. So this will be a refresher, but also some new wisdom nuggets that you will gain from this video. Now again, like I said, manifesting, right? Which only means, again, what is manifesting? Manifesting means making what already is tangible. It is not creating something new. Whatever you want to see in your new circumstances, right? That level of consciousness, that portion of creation where things are as you want them to be, that's already created, right? You simply align to it, and then that is, so to speak, what your circumstances externalize. Then what you right now just experience in the non-physical, in your imagination, in your awareness, in your inner world, is then, in a sense, tangible and also visible for your senses, but it does already exist right now. The wish fulfillment already does exist right now. And if you approach manifesting with the right attitude, with the right mindset, then it can be definitely joyful, right? Because you look forward to whenever you have a new desire, you don't think, oh no, I'm lacking this, how can I get this? Only people who do not know how to fulfill their desires and to keep desiring, who keep staying in the lack, who keep staying in the desiring state, for them, of course, it's not joyful. But if you understand, hey, awesome, I got a new desire, that simply shows me a state that's already in existence, which I can now assume to be there, which I can now align with, and which I look forward to dwell in the wish fulfillment of, then what is there more joy than in the here now, dwelling in the fulfillment of your desire being achieved, right? So there is one key reminder, and that is also at the same time the biggest shift that helped me the most in my manifestation journey, that really brings in a lot of ease. And I talked about this on my channel often, but I want to remind you again right now. So what I want you to do is, whenever you imagine something, do not try to project it into the future, right? Because most people, they imagine that they have this partner, that they have this relationship, that they have this money, that they have this business success, that they have this health, that they have this better lifestyle, that they have this car. They imagine to get a change in the future, right? They project what they want still into the future. They just imagine, I'm just manipulating my inner world to get it soon. So I go within, imagine more, imagine more. Where is it? It's still not there yet. Okay, let me imagine more. But what that does, it's very subtle, but it actually keeps your desire state at a distance, because you still say, hey, that's not something I am now. I'm just manipulating my inner world to still get it in the future, right? But that's not how it works. You can, and you have to be it now, and then you will see it in what you call the future only as a confirmation, because you already were it inside right now, right? So the key reminder is that you imagine, that you experience your wish as being fulfilled, right? To get into the state of it's done, because it happens here now. To understand that your imagination is not just a fancy little tool you can use to get something to the future. Now, with your imagination, you're literally tuning into that reality, into that state, into that portion of creation where your goal is achieved. And you are where you are within. Consciousness is the only reality. You stand where you stand within. So if within, you imagine yourself, you shift your consciousness into the wish fulfilled state, and you know that it is real, you know that imagination is spiritual sensation, then what else is there that needs to be done? Nothing, right? The moment you become conscious of your wish being fulfilled, it is fulfilled. Then, of course, we open our eyes again, the 3D world and the current circumstances after a couple of days lure us back, and we can fall back into an old state, and we react again, and we feel triggered again, and we desire again. That's fine. We simply then, when we notice that, we maneuver back in the wish fulfilled and we stay there till it is manifested, till the desire dies. Right? But understand that when you imagine the next time, take away the notion, even take away the expectation, okay, I'm doing this to manifest something in my life. I know that's what we want. I know that's the natural result, but just pause and calm the thought and just say, hey, my consciousness now, I right now desire that partner. I right now desire that money. I right now desire the business success. What would it be like? I'm not doing this right now to get it in the future and then I'm still staying in a state of lack. No. What would it be like if it would now be true? Even if there would not be a manifestation. And then you can gently, if you really honestly ask yourself this question, you can like drop and surrender in the state of the wish fulfilled, knowing that your imagination is taking place right now. There is only the here and now, so you are right now hearing that congratulation, visualizing whatever implies that your wish is now fulfilled. That is now. And when you know that it is now, and when you imagine because it happens in the here and now, then you took away this notion of I'm doing this to get something in the future. Then you will be it now. And that is the most profound thing you can do, is being it now within. If you are it now within, then that's it. And the mirror of life can only reflect what is now. So if on the inside you're still saying, I'm imagining it to get it, I'm imagining it to get it, you actually send the inside not in being it. Right? You think it's not there yet because you think it's only real when it shows up on the outside, but the outside only can confirm. It's a confirming mirror. So there is no time in consciousness, right? In the deeper realm of our being, in our imagination, there is no time. On the 3D plane, time does exist, and it is a helpful concept. Of course, we say, hey, tomorrow 5 p.m. I have this appointment. Yesterday at 8 p.m. I did this. That's totally normal. That's fine. You can totally talk about this, right? But I understand that time itself is a concept, such as distance, right? So right now, if you want to be traveling to another country, when you really want to go there, then on this plane, it would need some time, right, till you pack your things and you do the flight and you go to the hotel. So time and distance. But in consciousness, in imagination, you can be already in the desired destination here and now, right? You place like the inner man, you take a pin, you pin it here in this portion of creation, in this reality, you pin it there, you place your inner self in the wish fulfilled, and then the outer man is also slowly moving there through the bridge of incidence, through time and space, where you already have been within, right? But the key, that is the key. That is summarizing manifesting, those 4 words. Be it here now. If you can nail this, then yeah, you got the secret, because what is the secret of manifestation? I also made videos about this on my channel. The secret is whatever you desire, believe you have received, and you will. Where can we believe that we already have received something for which our senses have no proof? Within, in our imagination, in our awareness, right? In a plane which is above our senses, we can already develop that knowing, that trust, that faith, that conviction, that deep identification that it is now ours, right? By dwelling there, here and now. And then the mirror, in a delayed way, usually, it is not as fast, like the 3D world is not as fast as consciousness, as your inner world. Within, you can now be the financial abundant. You can now be happily partnered. You can now have X, Y, and Z. You can now be in the state where that is true, but the outside is still the same, first of all. Don't let that sway you. Don't let that worry you. Let that be, let that shift and transcend and reshuffle automatically. Your job is to, in the here now, be in your desired state. Because the mirror of life can only reflect the image you have of yourself now. If you say, okay, I want to be financially successful, so let me imagine that I'm financially successful, but you're still doing it from the awareness of, from the consciousness of lacking finances, then what do you expect the mirror to reflect back? You need to really truly be in that image, in that identity, in that state right now. And then the mirror will show it, but you in a sense will actually no longer even need it, because you already found that abundance and that fulfillment in yourself. And that is also one key lesson of this video, right? That's why you see the title, right? Once you understand how reality, how life works, your desires will manifest more easily, because consciousness and reality is not your enemy. Life is not against you. Life does not happen to you, where you always need to battle against it. Life wants to happen through you if you basically go in harmony with life, right? If you surrender to your desired states, if you let life happen through you. You're not resisting it, you're not fighting against it. Right? It wants to express itself. Consciousness, this infinite self, right, with those infinite states, if you have a desire, that desire that you perceive, once your higher self wants to express that through you. That is your blueprint, that is your guide, that is relevant for you to express. That's why you have the desire in the first place. Because it wants to be expressed through you, and it exists, and it is possible. So don't resist that desire and think that you need to fight for it, you need to suffer for it. Right? Your desire is not something you need to suffer for, to fight for, to battle for. No, you need to let it in by accepting that it's there, by surrendering to it, by aligning to it, by shifting to the end state. If you need help with that, remember, I have an entire program that has been around for years. I have a big community. We're over 360 people. I know you're watching my videos. I know you're probably contemplating, hey, yeah, that's actually really cool, but I want to try all of that alone. I do understand you. Many people tell me that after 5 months of trying alone, they then came to the program, and then I pointed out already 5 pitfalls, and then they accelerated. So don't be such a person who thinks you need to wait. You can join now, you can check it out. If it's nothing for you, well, at least you tried it, at least you saw what I created over the years. Right? That's my life's work so far, and then you can also leave if it's not cool for you. So I invite you to check it out. Second link in the description. But again, that is what you need to understand. Right? It's not your enemy, and if you have a desire, that's good. Be happy for it. It's a gift. That's something that is available for you, that is possible for you. That's why you have the desire. It wants to be expressed through you, right? And come into this world. It's already inside of you. That state already exists. And you have to invite it, right? You have to let it in. You have to accept it as true. You have to basically, know that it exists. You have to find a way to declare it as true for you, to now be in that new state. And there are many ways, many things that a lot of my members have also discovered. There are things that work for some people and not for others. So the goal of my program is also that we find a way where we make manifestation work for you, because it still is pretty subjective in how we perceive it, how we approach it, right? For our desires, for our use case. Now, there's a final slide here. So understand that your I am, right? That the I am is basically whatever comes before your name, before your age, before any state that you're identified with. The true blank slate that you are beyond everything, behind everything, so to speak. Right? That is a whole being, including all states. You can now go within, you can now assume that you're this, that you're that. You can imagine that you're here, that you're there. You can now identify yourself with this or with that belief, conviction, state. Right? And also what is important is that you're not more whole in a new state. So if you're right now the loser, but then you shift into the successful person, the being behind that, the blank slate behind that is not moving, is not changing, is ever present, is still consciousness. You have just selected something new as true for you. You have just shifted into a new state. Your true identity, your true self is still the same. You've just shifted into a new identity, into a new reality, and then you see other contents in your life. You see other circumstances. And if you don't like them, you can shift again and see other circumstances. Right? So new state equals new life experiences. But again, the same I am is behind it. So how do we do that? Right? How do we get new life experiences? How do we get our desired life experiences in which we see the things that we right now desire for? Well, we experience something that implies the fulfillment of our desired state in the here and now. And we enjoy that experience. Right? We're not even calling it an act, an imaginal act that we do to get something. No. Call it an imaginative experience in the here and now. So, you want that car? Well, who will congratulate you? That experience of that congratulation, how someone tells you, wow, that's amazing. How much horsepower does this have? Or you holding your car key, that's something you can experience. Of course, not physically, because it's outside of your physical senses. But in imagination, if you sit down, if you relax, if you practice it for a couple of days, if you're new to this, you will see that you will be able to hear your friends say that. You will be able to feel something in your hand. And how incredible is that you can experience things that are not here yet? That is God in you. That is your power, right? That is so freeing to see that there is more. There is not just what is right now. You can identify with something new. And then because imagining creates reality, because where you shift your awareness to and what you believe to be true, by staying consistent in it, that is going to reflect. I've proven that multiple times. Members of my program have proven that multiple times. If you want to also test that, apply that, even have exercises, we have all of that also inside of the program if you want that. Right, but what do you want? If that would be the case, if that would be natural in your life, what would follow that? What would you say to someone? What would you say to yourself? Maybe looking in front of the mirror to yourself saying like, I love that, or I knew this would happen, or isn't that awesome? Or I remember when I desired this. That's a scene you could imagine. Or how you tell something to a friend. How a friend or family member congratulates you. Something you would experience, something you would do that you would only be able to experience if your wish already is a natural manifestation in your life. And then we don't need to wait for that manifestation. We can now make that experience, which implies the wish fulfilled, through our imagination. And dwell there so long till we no longer even desire it to happen on the outside because it already seems to be fulfilled. It already is fulfilled within. And then, like a thief in the night, automatically, sometimes without you even noticing every little step that happens, you will encounter your manifestation also in the outside world. So your true self, right, your higher self, your consciousness, the God self in you expresses states through you. You are here in this level, in this 3D world, so to speak, to make experiences. You're not here to stay stuck. You're not here to be limited. You're not here to stay in this desiring energy of, I desire this, I desire this, I desire this. You are here to understand that you can express your desires. Manifestation is natural. Manifestation is your existence. We always move first within and then we move on the outside. Like that dynamic is always playing, so you can also adopt it to your heart's desires and imagine them as being done. Therefore, your desire will die. You will have elevated yourself to the level where you have them, where it is who you are, right? You will basically, in the here now, be in that state of being it, of having it, and then the mirror of life can effortlessly reflect it because you've understood that life is not against you, that life wants to move through you. So let it, don't resist it, don't fight it, don't be your own limiting block. So stop buying into the belief of lack. Lack does not exist. The only thing in existence that does not exist is lack, because creation is finished, so how can there be lack? Only your belief in lack creates the seemingly state of lack. But actually there is no lack, because you as awareness, you as consciousness, you as imagination, your inner world, your kingdom of heaven is infinitely abundant. It's just very veiled, it's just very much overlooked oftentimes because we're so much focused on this little portion of creation that is now in front of us, forgetting that there's like this infinite treasure inside of ourselves. And it's not that you need to 24/7 know that or think about that, but especially when you have desires and you feel like, that's lacking in my life, that's lacking, that health is lacking, that love is lacking. No, it's actually not lacking. You just perceive it as lacking because you take your cue from what your life currently is presenting to you, and you see, oh, there's no love right now, there's my desired partner is not there, my successful business is not there, yeah, I'm lacking it, there's lack. No, you took your cue from what your senses show you. If you go beyond that and you imagine yourself into the fulfillment of your desire, you will see it does exist, that creation is finished, that your desired reality is also there, because everything is there. There is no lack. You're fully whole and abundant. Assume that, feel into that, accept that as true right now. The shortcut is always the direct approach. The shortcut is not questioning, but what about this? That's all the human self that can't really accept all of that, the rational mind. Immediately right now, as you listen to me, go beyond that and accept that you are whole. Even if you can't believe it now, okay? But what would it be like if you're whole, complete, fully worthy of everything, fully deserving of everything, complete love, complete abundance, if that is who you are? How would you feel? Being connected with everything. You could feel that right now and you will transcend lack. And then you will see that once you have a desire, oh, that's something I need to suffer for. That's showing me something that is available for me. And if it stays relevant, if you stay desiring it, then you will actually want to align to it, because otherwise you stay in this hungry, desiring, lacking energy. No, then you can joyfully surrender into the wish fulfilled. What would it be like? Would it be true? What would I experience? What would it be like if I would be in that state right now? You can then take all of the methods that I share inside my program and see which one resonates with you for your current use case, and then apply it, and then you will see that you will no longer desire and perceive lack. You will be in the fulfillment of now being who you previously desired to be. So what I tell you this, what now you desire, no matter what it is. You can go in the opposite state where this is the most natural and most certain to you because you will have identified with it, with being it. So the keys: stop desiring, start being it now, right? By, for example, like I said, experiencing something right now after this video that you wouldn't experience if your desire would be achieved. When I wanted to hit a certain revenue goal in my business, I heard my parents congratulate me. When I wanted a car, I felt the car keys in my hand. When I wanted an apartment, I felt me, family, and friends celebrating in an apartment. Right? When I wanted a partner, I heard this girl tell me, "Wow, do you have a new perfume?" When I wanted to manifest an SP. So what would you experience? Would your desire be manifested? Make that experience now, but not to, again, get something in the future, like we discussed on the previous slide. No, to now make that experience. That's it. That's the wish fulfilled. Your imagination is real. It's not that your senses are the truth and your imagination is lying to you. No, your imagination is the truth. Your senses are lying to you. When you experience your desires being done, it is so. You just have been there. Who made that experience? You made that experience. You shifted in that state where you heard that friend, where you felt that thing, where you saw that, where you smelled that, where you touched that, whatever you did, right? You are wherever you are within. Acknowledge your imagination is true. Don't imagine to get something in the future. The mirror of life, and what we externally call the future, it's always changing. You should care about in the here and now, practicing to stay in your desired state. And again, if you need help with that, I definitely recommend and invite you to join my community, because the environment I see in there, the level of community, the level of friendships, what we have built over the years is truly awesome. I see more and more successes coming in. It gets better. More people join. So join us right now, second link, and I speak to you in the next one. Bye, guys.